Wack 100 is back in the headlines, and this time, it's for something that has the streets buzzing with controversy. The well-known music executive and industry insider has allegedly been pushing Tammy Cowins, a close associate of Big Meech, to cooperate with the authorities. And according to him, the streets are backing it. But is that really the case? For years, the name Big Meech has been legendary in hip-hop culture. The leader of the Black Mafia family, BMF, Demetrius Big Meech Flannery, built one of the most notorious drug empires in history. His influence went beyond the streets. He was a major figure in the rap game, rubbing shoulders with some of the biggest names in the industry. Even after being sentenced to 30 years in prison, his legacy still looms large. His name is mentioned in rap lyrics, documentaries, and interviews, with many still viewing him as a street icon. Enter Tammy Cowins. She's been one of the closest people to Big Meech in recent years. Not only did she handle some of his business affairs, but she's also been deeply involved in shaping how his legacy is portrayed to the world. In short, she's someone with direct access to him and, more importantly, someone who knows things most people don't. Now, here's where it gets messy. Wack 100, never one to shy away from controversy, has been pushing the idea that Tammy Cowins should start talking. Not just talking in the sense of telling Big Meech's story, but talking to the authorities. And what makes this situation even crazier? Wack is claiming that the streets are behind this move. For anyone who knows street culture, this claim is a ticking time bomb. The unwritten rules of the game have always been clear: no snitching. Period. It's the kind of thing that can turn legends into pariahs overnight. So when Wack 100 says that the streets approve of Tammy Cowins cooperating, people are left wondering, what streets is he talking about? There's no denying that Wack 100 has made a career out of stirring the pot. Whether it's beefing with rappers, exposing industry secrets, or making bold claims that get people talking, he knows how to keep his name in the mix. But this time, his words could have real consequences. Because if there's one thing people don't take lightly, it's someone trying to rewrite the street code. The situation takes an even wilder turn when you consider Wack's history. He's had ongoing issues with Big Meech's brother, Southwest T, and has often spoken about BMF in ways that some see as disrespectful. Could this be another way for Wack to insert himself into a story that doesn't involve him? Or does he actually believe that the best move for Tammy Cowins, and possibly for Big Meech, is to provide information? People who have followed Wack 100 for a while know that he operates with a mix of industry smarts and street tactics. He understands the power of controversy. Every time he says something outrageous, it gets picked up by blogs, YouTubers, and social media pages. His name stays in the mix, and his influence grows. But this time, he might have stepped too far into a territory where his usual tactics won't work. The streets, for all their flaws, operate on loyalty and respect. Big Meech has been seen as a symbol of both. His decision to take his sentence without dragging others down is part of what keeps his name respected. So for Wack 100 to claim that the streets support Tammy Cowins flipping on Meech, it's a statement that directly challenges everything people have believed about this situation for years. What makes this situation even more intense is that Tammy Cowins herself hasn't publicly addressed Wack's claims in any major way. If she were to come out and deny everything, it could shut the whole conversation down. But if she stays quiet, the speculation will only grow. Does she even know that Wack is out here pushing this narrative? And if she does, is she okay with it? The way this story is unfolding is almost like a game of chess. Wack 100 is making a move, but it's unclear what his true goal is. Is he trying to turn the streets against Big Meech? Is he testing how far he can go before people push back? Or is he genuinely convinced that cooperation is the right path? There's also the question of what this means for BMF's reputation. 50 Cent's BMF series has brought renewed attention to Big Meech's story, painting him as a larger-than-life figure who played by the rules of the game. If Tammy Cowins were to cooperate, it could change how people view BMF's legacy. Some might see it as a smart move, while others would view it as a betrayal of everything the organization stood for. And then there's the bigger picture. If Tammy Cowins were to take Wack 100's advice, would it actually change anything for Big Meech? He's already serving a long sentence, and while there have been efforts to get him released early, It's unclear how this would play into that. Would cooperation speed things up, or would it only create more problems? The internet is already divided on Wack 100's latest antics. Some people see this as just another example of him chasing clout. Others think there might be more to his claims than meets the eye. But one thing is certain, this story isn't going away anytime soon. As more details come out, the real question will be whether Wack 100's words carry any real weight, or if this is just another headline-grabbing moment that fades away like so many before it. One thing's for sure, if Wack thought this would be an easy narrative to push, he might have seriously miscalculated. Because when it comes to Big Meech, BMF, and the unwritten rules of the streets, the conversation is never that simple.